Hello and welcome to a new video on Revsportz. I am Snehasis Mukherjee reporting from Dubai, and along with me my colleague Bharat and Ramraj is here. And tomorrow India are going to take on Sri Lanka in that third group game of the ongoing ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 here in Dubai International Stadium. As we all know that India lost the first match against New Zealand and then defeated Pakistan in the second game. But for Sri Lanka, they have lost both their games. So it's a huge game for both of the teams, in order to get a place for the semi-final. But Bharat, in this video, we will discuss about the both captains, Harmanpreet Kaur for India and then Chamari Athapaththu for Sri Lanka. Because as we all know that as a skipper and as a batter, both of them have not been able to enjoy a good tournament so far. So regarding that, in this video, we'll start with the point that Chamari Athapaththu. Before this World Cup, we all knew that Chamari Athapaththu is going to be the player to watch out for, especially for Sri Lanka. And if you see so far, as both batter and skipper, she failed completely. So what's your view on that?
Yeah, first of all, see how to remember that she played in Sharjah. In those conditions, it's perhaps tough for a batter like Chamari Athapaththu, not just Chamari Athapaththu, even other batters in those conditions because those are very slow tracks.
Yes.
It's a very old square, so she's scoring 6 and 3 perhaps was kind of expected. See, someone like Chamari likes pace on the ball. It's something similar to say India's Priti Mandana. So when she bats in those conditions, perhaps it's a little bit of struggle for her. Hopefully, from Sri Lanka's point of view, that is, she will come good in Dubai because the conditions could be slightly better for batting. Also remember batting second with Dew coming into play. If Sri Lanka get the chance to bat second, then it again can help Chamari. Yeah, I'm just looking at it from Chamari's point of view that because if she strikes, if she scores runs, if she takes wickets, then Sri Lanka obviously would do well because she's their twinkling star, their glittering star. So they need her to come good. And hopefully from their perspective it will happen in the next game against India.
Hopefully it will happen for Sri Lanka. That will be good news, but not for Indian fans. That will be good news. So now we'll talk about Harmanpreet Kaur. Harmanpreet Kaur as a skipper lost the first game. She was got criticism on the social media, but she came as good as a skipper against Pakistan with her all bowling changes and all. But as a batter, she started to bat at important number 3 position in the 2 warm-up games we saw, and then again New Zealand she failed to score big, but against Pakistan she scored important runs and ensured India's victory. But the main point is that didn't come at number 3, that came at number 4.
Yes.
So what's your view on that? And should there was a lack of intent because we all know that the pitch was slow, the outfield was slower even, but should Harmanpreet could have bat a little more greater pace?
Yeah, not just Harmanpreet, right? In those conditions, but yeah, I agree that the pitch was slow, the outfield was slow. All those factors are taken into consideration. Even at Dubai Stadium, they have not brought the rope up for a women's match. But India could have played with a little more intent, could have chased it down in say 15 or 16 overs, not 19 overs. I guess India took way too long to chase that target down. As far as Harmanpreet Kaur is concerned, obviously as you noted in the first game she failed. In the second game she made some decent runs for the Indian team. The one thing which Harmanpreet is, if you look at her technique, she's someone who's very much a bottom end dominant player. As I've observed before, that's absolutely fine. But you have to always remember if your bottom end tightens up, then it definitely affects your balance. And that is something, I guess it happens to Harmanpreet time and again because perhaps she feels that tension. She's the captain of the side. But when she's playing well, when her bottom end is slightly loose, as we've seen over a period of time, be it that knock of 171 against Australia, be it that 100 against New Zealand, in the West Indies in the T20 World Cup, or for the matter 107 against England in the 2013 World Cup. She played with a lot of drives. She was able to play through covers. That is when a bottom and dominant player is pretty much in form. So Harmanpreet Kaur showed glimpses of it against Pakistan.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. At the end of that match, at the fag end of that match, she had a neck problem.
Yes.
Hopefully, she will be fine. But in terms of her batting, I believe she's getting back to some kind of form. Also remember that her performances in the World Cup, in T20 World Cups I'm thinking about, hasn't been great. So this is her chance. She isn't getting any younger. And in this World Cup, India would hope that she comes good. As far as her captaincy is concerned, obviously there were a few problems, I guess, in the first game. Because if you remember the way she used Deepti Sharma, she bowled her quota of 4 overs, gave away 45 runs, and then there was someone like Shayanka Patil who bowled, I guess, 3 overs only. So she could have used Shayanka Patil in that 18th over instead of Deepti Sharma. It's just about tweaking your game plan, because obviously you have to be flexible in a fast-paced game like T20 cricket. And also there could be a few reasons to criticize her in terms of her field placements in the slog overs. So, but these things happen. We can only talk about it in hindsight. Hopefully, in the game against Sri Lanka, we'll get to see Harmanpreet Kaur at her best, not just in terms of her batting, but also in terms of her captaincy.
So, Bharat, the runs that Harmanpreet Kaur scored at number 4. So, do you want her to stick at number 4, or do you recommend sticking her with number 3?
I guess they have to continue with the number 4 only, as far as Harmanpreet Kaur is concerned, because that is the slot she has batted for a long period of time, at least a lot of games she's played at that slot. So, she will have that kind of muscle memory while batting at that position. So I guess they have to stick with it, but in T20 cricket, as you know, they have to be a little bit flexible. Maybe in certain conditions, when they feel that Harmanpreet Kaur can go at number 3, maybe that also is an option, but I would say mostly stick with that number 4 slot as far as Harmanpreet Kaur is concerned, because she has that muscle memory for that position.
Yes, absolutely. I think, as Bharat mentioned, that Harmanpreet Kaur has played her most of the career at that position only. So let's see what team management thinks. We can see in the Sri Lanka match only. Okay, now we talk about the Sri Lankan team. Like, Sri Lanka played both of their matches in Sharjah.
Yes.
Now they are going to play in Dubai.
Yes.
So the conditions will be different. So how much tough will be that thing for them to adapt these conditions?
I guess not much, because even back home in Sri Lanka, they tend to play on tracks that tend to be on the slower side. So shouldn't make much of a difference. But again, India have played at the Dubai ground. Even they have played at a day-night game. So they would have a slight advantage, India. If the ball swings in the air in the second innings, if there is dew factor, India would have that little bit of inkling, little bit of knowledge as to what exactly is happening at Dubai Stadium. So yes, India definitely have an upper hand, and Sri Lanka have to look at some footage of the past couple of matches and come out with a certain strategy for those situations.
So you are saying that playing at the same venue for 3 matches, it's an added advantage for India.
Yes, obviously, because Sharjah conditions, if you notice, there was not much dew, if I'm not mistaken, at least in the first few games. And the team batting first has tended to win that particular match in Sharjah. In Dubai, there could be certain other external factors coming into the equation. As I've already noted about dew factor, that the ball could swing a little bit on the lights. Again, some say if you look at Ravi Mehta's, the NASA scientist's research, then when it gets slightly cooler, the ball tends to swing, which obviously goes against a fast bowler's theory. Why it swings, but in Dubai we saw that little bit of that we saw it during the India versus New Zealand game, where the ball swung in a second innings.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully, both skipper come good for their respective teams in the upcoming game. So let's see how the match goes. We'll come with all the latest updates from the match. For now, me and Bharat were signing off. Please stay tuned to Revsportz for all the latest updates, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.